A family must make a devastating choice in order to save the world in the latest film from filmmaker M. Night Shyamalan, whose many credits include The Sixth Sense, Signs, Unbreakable, and Split. How's it going, everybody? Welcome to Screen Realm, it's Guillermo here, and today I'm reviewing Knock at the Cabin, Shyamalan's 15th feature film as director. If you've seen the marketing, you'll already know Knock at the Cabin's thought-provoking concept. A family of three, two fathers, Eric and Andrew, played by Jonathan Groff and Ben Aldridge, and their 7-year-old daughter, Wen, played by Kristen Sui, have their remote cabin vacation invaded by 4 strangers. The strangers, led by the imposing and surprisingly kind Leonard, Dave Bautista, claim they have arrived to ensure that this family kill one of their own. The individual can't take their own life, the family must willingly pick a sacrifice. Should they refuse, the apocalypse will unfold, just about everyone on Earth will die, the planet as we know it will be no more. By the way, I should mention that this film is based on the award-winning 2018 novel The Cabin at the End of the World by author Paul Tremblay. I have not read that book, so I won't be touching on whether or not the film adapts the source material well. Knock at the Cabin is a film that firmly relies on the viewer's willingness to accept its fantastical conceit, or at least be able to buy into the possibility that what these 4 individuals are saying could be real. This is a home invasion thriller with mystery at its core. The mystery itself: are these doomsayers speaking the truth? Are they deranged cultists? Or do they have ulterior motives altogether? It's the type of film that benefits from knowing as little as possible going in, which in retrospect makes the footage-heavy trailers and TV spots a little bit of a questionable marketing approach. There is heavy tension throughout this dark tale, and I'm not just talking about the well-directed suspense sequences. Shyamalan and co-writers Steve Desmond and Michael Sherman keep intrigue and emotions cranked all the way up with a character-driven angle. Getting a high-concept film is great, but as we know, even the greatest concepts on film are brought down if we don't care about or understand the reasoning of who we're watching on screen. Thankfully, the characters here are very well drawn. Eric, Andrew, and Wen are a sweet family, and the sporadic flashbacks nicely paint their backstory, providing layers, even if perhaps simplistic layers, to draw us into their plight. I found myself really caring for this trio, adding to the nail-biting suspense and the frustration of their predicament's futility. Key to the film working on an emotional level are the performances. Groff and Aldridge are both fantastic as these individuals, these fathers and husbands that find themselves caught in a terrifying and heartbreaking predicament. Throughout the film, the actors are pushed to reach down into really dark emotions, from anger to desperation, all while Shyamalan gets that camera right up into their faces with effective extreme close-ups. And as Shyamalan has shown before, he certainly knows how to direct children. Young Kristen Sui here is completely convincing as this adorable little girl forced to endure a situation no child should be facing. As the leader of this invading group, who may either be villains or heroes depending on how you approach their setup, Dave Bautista puts in an impressive performance. The wrestler turned actor contrasts his naturally imposing formidable size and presence with an unexpected tenderness that further unsettles. Leonard is a curious character. While he's certainly chilling, I found that I felt sorry for him and understood his sadness. A strong screenplay, yes, but Bautista's performance is what really makes Leonard the key figure in our story's flip side. While it's easy to approach this story with the family as the emotional focal point, it's interesting that you could also view it with Leonard and his team's story as the drive. The supporting cast, including Nikki Amuga-Bird, Abby Quinn, and Rupert Grint, are all solid in their smaller yet key roles. It's no secret that Shyamalan's output over the years has been firmly mixed on the quality scale. Knock at the Cabin, thankfully, finds the filmmaker using the basics to great effect. Working within a taut narrative with what is essentially just one setting and just a handful of characters, Shyamalan is able to focus on telling his straightforward, perhaps surprisingly straightforward, story in lean, mean fashion. While Shyamalan's narratives have been somewhat polarizing over the years, the man knows how to craft a suspense sequence, and his framing is used to great effect. There's also absolutely fantastic cinematography here by directors of photography Jaron Blaschke, The Northman, The Witch, and Lowell A. Mayer, Servant, with stunning angles and a focus on atmosphere that really ramps up the tension. On a technical level, this is a stunning film. Personally, Knock at the Cabin really caught me in its grasp. I found it easy to be carried away with the concept, and even to buy into some of the questionable choices made by a number of these characters. That being said, I can see certain plot developments and narrative choices polarizing audiences. Earlier I mentioned the flashbacks, for example. While I did think it was a good decision to give these characters some backstory and texture, there is a question as to just how much those backstory plot points serve the film's overall concept and the conclusion. Also, and I'm going to be careful not to give anything away here, but I can see viewers approaching the narrative pieces in the hopes of being able to put together a jaw-dropping puzzle at the end. Let me just say that I think it's best to approach this one without the expectations gathered from past Shyamalan films. Overall, I was left impressed by Knock at the Cabin. I found much of it to be incredibly intense, and it's also much more visceral than I expected it to be. Importantly, I thought it was a surprisingly emotional story, fueled by excellent performances and strong direction by Shyamalan. The film's what would you do narrative also makes for a good but dark conversation starter as well. I'm giving Knock at the Cabin 4 stars out of 5. And that's my review, everyone. Thanks so much for watching. Have you seen the film? If so, what did you think of it? Love it? Hate it? Meh? Agree with me? Disagree with me? All good? Let me know in the comment section below. What is your favorite Shyamalan film of all time? Let's talk. And as always, if you still haven't, please subscribe to Screen Realm. Catch you soon.